SAMAHA.
And we are on treatment number 5, September 8th. This is really exciting. Paul's in the swing of academia in college in his 3rd year of studies. And so he's going to talk with us about how things are going with him back in this kind of lifestyle. Things have shifted a little because over the summer he had more control over what he was eating. So I'm going to hand it over to him to tell you how things are going.
Definitely. Well, the past 2 or 3 weeks I've been, like she said, back in school. Very busy, not just classes, but a lot of extracurricular activities that I'm involved in. So I am always running from meeting to class to meeting to trying to have a social life at the same time. And it's pretty rigorous, and it's pretty hard to find food. And when I do, it sometimes has to be something that I can't control because it's not in my kitchen. So whereas over the summer, I felt like I had about 90% control over all the ingredients, all the food combining. Right now, I would say it's like 75.
Okay.
Because it's I'm still conscious, but there are times where I just I need something in me.
Yeah, you're kind of grabbing.
I'm kind of grabbing what I can. I will say though, the food combining techniques that you have taught me have got me a long way.
Yay!
Whether it's just like, okay, I know that I can grab a salad with a protein is a lot better than putting it on a carb with that protein.
Right. At least in those moments, you still have options.
Exactly.
Right?
I still can have options with food combining.
Yes.
And like just compared to last semester when I would think it's fine, I'm like, oh, it's gluten-free bread, but it's still a carb.
Yeah.
And I'm mixing it with, chicken breast.
Right.
It's going to take a lot longer to digest than if it's the salad and the greens with the chicken breast.
And then you're getting like puffed up and bloated.
And I'm getting puffed up and bloated. And I'm like, why? I'm not allergic to this, but it's the food combining.
People are thinking all the time, I'm eating healthy food, why do I not feel well? We're going to talk about that in a moment.
Yeah, so I would say the food combining, while I can't totally control every ingredient that's going into my on-the-go lifestyle, the food combining has kind of been that saving grace.
Yeah.
And allowing my body to be digesting properly. I do feel regular.
Yay!
Now, which is great.
So you haven't really even been constipated in the past couple weeks?
No, if any kind of like flare up, it's more so gassy, bloating from specific ingredients that I know are sort of trigger like allergens to me that I do know I need to avoid. But I'd much rather be bloated, from eating garlic than
garbage.
Than having garbage built up from mixing all these different food groups.
So food combining has been awesome for Paul, and it's one of the tools that I use with my clients and helping them to improve their digestion. Food combining is simply a very easy way to pair your foods for optimum digestion, which affects the way in which you eliminate. So we're allowing things to be digested in a more matter-of-fact, efficient way because we're not creating so much gas by putting things together that don't marry well. We're putting things together that are more friendly together and can break down readily, and therefore there's not as much obstruction caused by all this gas and carbonic acid in the stomach, and things move through the system more readily, and our elimination is maximized as well. So that is one of the things that people say to me all the time when they come in for their first treatment, and they'll say, oh my God, I started food combining before, because we give preparation guidelines on our website, and they can't believe what a change they've experienced in their gut and how much gas is gone out of their system. So food combining is going to be something that we write about in the blog, so you can check it out there. And invite all of you to start food combining and feel the miracles and the wonders of your elimination with that little simple tool. So we're going to do treatment number 5, and we're going to see how things go. I'm so happy to hear that you haven't had any flare-ups at all. No. Things are really smooth sailing. So good news all around.
Yeah.
See you after the session.
See ya.
See ya. Hey, Paul.
Hello. So this is after colonic number 5. It was certainly the best, the easiest, the deepest cleanse that I've had yet here at the Springs in my hydrotherapy colonic session. So I'm very happy. I feel like it went a lot higher up and cleansed a lot more than normally.
Yeah.
And you can see here when I'm flexing, you can see a little bit of definition. And when I release and let go, that it's still a lot more sleeker of a belly than it ever was before.
It's not protruding barely at all. I
Yeah.
mean, it's a hair, but I mean, it's like compared to where you were 5 treatments ago, It's more than 5 weeks, so
Big
5 treatments ago.
success. Big success.
Great job, Paul.
Now I just gotta hit the gym and finish the rest.
You're doing great. Okay, we are post-colon hydrotherapy treatment number 5 with Paul Samaha and Joyce Rockwood, still the same people. And we are going to let Paul talk about how this one felt.
Yeah, so I was just saying it's definitely the best procedure we've had yet. I would say it was the deepest cleanse. It was very high up, like the cleanse wasn't just, you know,
Not up here.
Not up here.
But it felt like it was up here.
It felt like it was.
Right?
Because it wasn't just like the bottom. Because remember the first session, I was like, oh, it was the bottom section was cleansed, and it was like the Tetris blocks falling.
Yeah.
But this time I really do feel like it was like a full cleanse of the colon, which is awesome, and I'm feeling great. And yeah, hopefully
we stayed on the table the whole time. We didn't have to break in between.
It's true. Yeah,
and
that was the first time.
when this empties significantly, it does feel like it comes up to this part of our body, right? The mind and the gut and the mind connection. There is really a connection between the two. Our mood shifts, everything opens up. When this is evacuating, everything in our body can start to release its poisons to back down into the wastebasket, so that we feel an overall sense of well-being. And this is not just about the abdomen, this is about the whole body experience. So let's go back a little bit, because this is one of my favorite things to do when I first meet clients and they're feeling really not great. They're feeling specific symptomology, maybe lethargic, maybe they're feeling really a lot of constipation. In Paul's case, he was dealing with a lot of constipation. We're dealing with sometimes a variety of other conditions. Maybe there's some anxiety, maybe there's some sleeplessness. How are you feeling now? Do you even remember how you felt when we first met?
Yes, that's a funny question, because it's hard to think back before, because it was such a normal for me to always be constipated, go days, you know, without a release. And I knew it was bad, but it was a normal for me at that time. So thinking back then, it's a little bit hard to remember how severe and how painful it was. Yeah. But I know that if I was to have like that symptom just for a day, now that I know what it feels like on the other side, I would be like laying in bed in pain all day. I'd be like, what is this? This is the worst thing ever. Right.
Because now you've had this taste and this more, you've had some longevity of feeling good. Yeah. That it's hard to remember what it felt like feeling bad. Yeah. And that's amazing.
The clean feeling has become my normal.
Yay!
So it's hard to think back to when the awful feeling was my normal.
Oh, that's huge change. What a revelation. I'm so excited that you're experiencing this firsthand, and so many of my clients do get that response over time. And you know, when you first come in and I'm kind of going over those ideas and concepts, it's really hard to appreciate it or accept it, because like you say, that was your normal. Yeah. And you can't imagine what it feels like to feel good. Yeah. And this is the way you deserve, and you should be feeling all the time. So this is really great. This is treatment number 5. This is an amazing shift for Paul, and we hope that if anyone out there is suffering with IBS, any kind of constipation, any kind of bowel issue, even if it's the opposite, it feels like diarrhea, it's actually all the same thing. Just know that food combining, veggie juices, and colon hydrotherapy are amazing remedies, natural remedies for you too.
Look how far we've come in 2 months.
Amazing.
It's a whole different world. So
proud of you.
It's awesome. Yay, thank you. I appreciate
we'll see. You're welcome. Oh, and next time when we see Paul, there's going to be a post-celebration.
That's true. Yeah. I turn 21 next weekend. So, I'll be a legal purchaser of drinks. Yes. And, I was telling Joyce how, it'll be nice to have a cleanse after that. But I'll keep my eating habits responsible, but there will be some leftover talks.
Yeah, and we've talked about how to set up for that next treatment, because coming off of celebrating, we want to have a couple of days of eating well, not just kind of coming off a lot of drinking and partying and then coming right in for a treatment. We always want to elevate our diet before having a treatment. So we've discussed what that is. We'll talk with you about that next time, and we'll see you next time.
Absolutely. Bye.
Bye.